Hi guys, this is your last lesson for me, and then all you have to do is you have the final review, or I shouldn't say final, the end of the year reflection review if you want to work on that, and then we just have the end of the year reflection test next week. Okay, so last video, here we go. 921, 922, testing cause and effect and conclusions with experiments. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go through important vocab you guys need to know with some examples, and then you guys are going to go do a Desmos activity to kind of play around with these and learn what these mean a little bit more. Okay, so here's your important vocab. First one is an observational study. This is a study where data is collected by observing an existing situation without the researcher or observer imposing any type of change or treatment. So I know that's a lot of words. So here's an example. A very simple example would be a survey of some sort. Consider someone on the busy street of New York neighborhood asking random people that pass by how many pets they have, and then taking this data and using it to decide if there should be more pet food stores in that area. So that's an observational study. An experiment is a controlled study in which the researcher attempts to understand cause and effect relationships based on the analysis. The researcher draws a conclusion about whether the treatment, which is the independent variable, has a causal effect on the dependent variable. So here's an example. When scientists give rats a new medicine to see how they react to taking this medicine. Hold on, let's see. When scientists give rats a new medicine and see how they react to learn about the medicine. So scientists are going to use the way that rats react to learn about how the medicine affects different living things. Okay, so you have two things that go with this. First one is an experimental design. The experimental design is a process a researcher takes to conduct an experiment. A proper experiment has randomization, controls and balances, the effects of lurking variables between the groups, so you control your lurking variables, and I'll explain what that is in a minute, and is replicated with many subjects, so you do this a lot. So here's an example. For the rat experiment, you could randomly put 20 rats into two different groups. You could do this with systematic random sampling by numbering the rats 1 and 2. The rats will be put in the same room with the same types of cages and will be given the same amount of and type of food of water, so you're controlling outliers and controlling lurking variables. And then group 1 will be given the medicine, and group 2 is given a placebo. All right, so there was a lot of words in there, so let's talk through what these mean. So a lurking variable is a hidden variable that was not part of the statistical study under investigation. Sometimes a lurking variable explains the true cause of an association between two other variables that are linked. So for the rat experiment, a lurking variable could be the number of hours the rat sleeps. So if one rat group sleeps way more than the other for some reason, then that could have an impact on the results you're getting for your study, even though it's not something that we were actually studying directly. Then you have the treatment. Treatment is some type of change imposed on one or more groups in an experiment, so a direct comparison can be made. So for the rat experiment, the treatment would be the medicine that is given to the rat. So you're giving medicine to one group and a placebo, which is fake medicine, to the other group. And then you're seeing what effect that has on both of them. So yeah, here's your placebo. A placebo is a treatment with no effect. A placebo is sometimes used in experiments involving people so that the psychological effects of the participating in experiment are the same in all the treatment groups. So for the rat experiment, the placebo is the fake medicine given to group 2. This medicine has no effects on the rat. So they're able to see if these situations, if the medicine is actually improving things, or if there's some weird coincidence that's going on, because they can compare them to group 2 who wasn't given any of the medicine. So that's how they're able to do this. And then the last vocab word is controls. That is the condition in an experiment that the researcher can set to be constant for all participants. So for the rat experiment, the controls are the room setting, the types of cages, and the amount of type and food of water that they're all getting. So all of those things are being controlled. They're constant, so that those can't be something that come in and affect the outcomes, even though there could be other things. Okay, so what you guys are going to go do now is going to do your very last Desmos activity to kind of work through what these mean, what's the difference between an observational study and experiment, and kind of like design and work through lurking variables and all that other stuff. So as always, please reach out if you guys need help. I hope everybody's having a great day, and we're almost there, guys, almost to summer, so keep going. All right, bye guys.